You can now create consistent characters, consistent scenes, and tell a full AI story from just one single prompt. This is what's possible when you combine the right prompt with the right mix of tools. I will show you exactly how I use one prompt method to generate complete AI story sequences. For step 1, we generate images of our characters, but rather than producing only one image, we will actually be generating an entire 3x3 image grid with 9 total shots of our characters using one prompt at the same time. Each one of these individual image grid is a shot of the same consistent character in the same consistent environment, which is going to let us create a full cinematic AI story sequence with this character inside of it. How can you generate multiple shots of the same character in an image grid using Google's Nano Banana Pro image model? First, the prompt starts off with a cinematic 3x3 grid presenting multiple camera angles. That's going to tell the AI we want an image grid. Then it's followed up with the description of subject and the location. Now up is a list of camera angles. Then it's followed up the same style keywords, and it's followed up with consistent subject. Appearance across all the frames, with some other style keywords behind it. Now, the words that I have highlighted in blue are the parts. We are going to keep the same when we use this prompt, and I will show you how to modify this prompt to actually generate a full story sequence of images instead of just a set of different camera angles. Now there's one more line I actually need to add to this prompt, which is images stacked together with no grid lines and no borders and no text. If you don't put in this line, it's going to often generate these images, where there are these thick borders, also text on the screen. We want to avoid that for our purposes. And by modifying and using that prompt format, I was able to generate this 3x3 image grid of a samurai character with a very, very cinematic looking visual style. Here's another image I generated of a character in 2 using the same exact technique to generate these images. I used the Nano Banana Pro AI image model inside this tool called Dzine.ai to use it. You can create a new project and then find the text image generator inside here. We will need to switch this model to Nano Banana Pro, so select that. And then I put in the prompt for my samurai character. Make sure the prompt improver is disabled, simply because that specific tool actually messes up the appearance of your results. We also want to use 4K resolution images because we are generating an image grid. We want to make sure each individual image inside. The grid uses the maximum size and amount of pixels available and sets the aspect ratio to 16:9. This produces pretty clean looking shots, but you are going to run into a few tricky issues to note. Number 1 is going to be the character consistency for a lot of these. When you look at the entire image in the whole, it looks pretty good. But if we zoom in a little bit on the faces, you will see they don't actually look that similar. These 2 images of the character actually look alike. Bit different. So what I am going to do is actually crop out the face of the character from the image grid to use it as a reference to generate a new image grid. What we will do is upload into the canvas and then inside the chart editor. It will let us generate a new image grid using this character. And I'm also going to use that same prompt format that I showed earlier. Now if we take a look at the image and the results that it gave us, the character actually looks consistent in all of them. So how do we craft images that tell stories? And so far, we have gotten really cool images from a bunch of different camera angles showing our character. But I want to add in a bit more of story and adventure for him. Something like this, where we have a samurai entering an abandoned village, discovering their place has been ransacked, and then encountering a group of bandits. So we will need to modify the prompt that we have been using with a little bit. If we go back and look at the prompt, there is this line here which tells it all the different frames I want to generate: the close-up short, the medium shot, over the shoulder shot. What we will need to do is actually modify this so that instead of giving us camera angles, it also tells the AI to generate a specific part of the story inside each image frame. So the way that I did this is I went to GPT and told it to rewrite the part of the prompt that says each frame shows a distinct short, and instead of different camera shorts, I want a list of images of storytelling sequence of the samurai encountering an abandoned village and also the group of bandits. And then underneath that, I'm just going to paste it the same prompt I used earlier to generate the samurai, and what ChatGPT does is it modifies the prompt so that instead of just showing the different camera angles, it gives us a sequence of 9 different image frames that tell the full story. So all we have to do is copy and paste this same exact prompt, and I just pasted that modified prompt back into Nano Banana Pro. Let's see if I can actually generate a full-on AI animation of the story sequence. So the next thing I'm going to do is actually use a AI video to animate the full story sequence and bring it to life. So still inside Dzine, I will use a AI video generator. So this is going to let us actually animate all those images frames we collected earlier. So I put in the image frame. Then I'll describe what I want him to do. Say, the man casually walks through the doors. Next, we choose an image model. And the new Clean 2.6 is pretty good at these type of cinematic videos, so I'm going to use that. And if we generate the video, I will show you the character in the image frame. You can animate some more advanced motion, so this time I prompt for him to walk forward. Here's another shot I have of bandits surrounding him. So let's see what happens when you actually take the image grid method and animate into full story sequence. If this helped you, like, subscribe, and check the link below. That's how winners keep winning.